All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to season 4 of the award-winning podcast, Holding Down the Fort. I am your co-host, Jen Amos. I'm a Gold Star daughter and veteran spouse. And for season 4, once again, I'm very fortunate to bring back my co-host, who is currently an active duty military spouse, blogger, and mental health advocate, Jenny Lynne Stroup. Jenny Lynne, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be here today.
Yes. Yeah. We wanted to make this super special by actually doing video because people have heard you on our show, but they haven't seen you yet. So how do you feel about, kicking off the season with video?
I mean, I'm here for it. I think I put on makeup today. So this is like my fancy face and everybody can see my fancy books. This is what gets commented on most in all of the meetings I'm on. So there you go. Fancy books.
Yeah, for sure. I saw like the behind the scenes for you and like you have this full on library. Did you and your family travel with all those books or is that just in the house that you're currently in?
I mean, I'd love to tell you that like these were other people's and we just made them look pretty. No, these are all ours. And this is what we have combed through over the years and chosen to keep and then added to as needed. So we put this whole bookshelf in because we had books all over the house. And I was like, we need a place that they all go. So for the most part, unless there is a book we are reading, they are all housed here and we just get them as we need them.
That's incredible. I don't recall with my family traveling with a lot of books until we were like planted somewhere. So I just think that's astounding that, you made that decision as a family to travel with these books.
Yeah, I mean, the PCS team, pack out team really loves coming to our house. They take one look at like our large hardwood furniture and the amount of books in our house and are like, oh dear, we're going to be here forever.
I love it. I love it. Well, to our listeners, we just wanted to check in with all of you and welcome you to a new season. We're really just excited for all of the incredible interviews that are coming ahead. Of course, unfortunately, you will miss out on doing video for them because they all are actually audio, but we wanted to just kick off doing video for all of you. And so I just thought I'd ask before we kind of get into like what to expect for the season. Jenny Lynne, I just thought I'd ask, how's 2021 treating you so far? Because it is a new year. And like I said, we have a new season. So I think we should let our listeners know, how are we doing? Like mentally, whatever, like let us know.
I mean, foot stomp one more time, mental health, always key. 2021 at the Stroup house is really busy. My workload has picked up. My husband's workload has picked up. We're still homeschooling both of our children who are in upper elementary school. We hopefully have a PCS on the horizon that we're kind of like holding our breath for and waiting and all of those things. But I have to say, overall, I am very grateful to have my own mental health provider and mentors and just a really good community, both here in San Diego and abroad, that, have really helped ease the burden of the weird times we're in. So all in all, I mean, pretty good.
Yeah, that makes me really happy to hear. If there's anything I've really learned in 2020 is, community is extremely important. I think like it's a hard life in general, but I think it makes it easier when you share that with other people and you allow other people to help you. I think very often, or not very often, but I used to think for myself, oh, I don't want to be a burden to other people. So I'm going to carry my own problems like on my own. What I had come to find is that people like appreciate it. People feel valued when you can ask them for help. And for someone that I find my value in helping other people, it's so bizarre that I couldn't think that for myself or think that other people would want to do that for me. And so since I made that shift, it's just so nice for, to help other people feel validated and needed, and same for me. And it's been really beneficial to lean against community. And I have to say, podcasting, especially with Holding Down the Fort, has been a big part of that. And also you, Jenny Lynne, for being a part of the show and in a sense, holding me accountable to keep the show going. So I just want to extend my gratitude to you for joining me back in season 3. It's really given me like a more sense of purpose, to do this. And of course, of all the incredible people you've brought on that people are going to be hearing in this season, I don't know. It just makes me want to step up my game and continue to build that community and explore like who are the movers and shakers of today that are still making things happen despite the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I am so grateful to be here. And likewise, I mean, this podcast has been a super fun highlight of a really strange year, and nothing I ever saw that I was like, wow, I think I'll be on a podcast one day. In fact, my kids, I don't think still actually believe that I do this, like 3 or 4 times a week. But yeah, I mean, being able to do this with you and meet all of our guests has been really, really fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. So to our listeners, just to give you a heads up on the new year, as far as I'm concerned right now, at least, because I kind of look at life week by week, day by day, very short-term goals here. But for now, we have an ambitious goal to continue to publish 2 to 3 episodes every week for you. And we're going to be going for most of spring and sort of decide from there if we want to take a break in the summer or not. But that's just something to look forward to is, starting February until springtime, you can expect 2 to 3 episodes a week. So Jenny Lynne, you and I have a lot of work to do to be talking to a lot of people. So Jenny Lynne, I am curious to know, what has been, I guess, either most fun or insightful or empowering about interviewing the guests that we have so far in January that people are going to have the fortune of listening to this season?
I mean, I think mostly I'm constantly amazed at how many things military families do. I have found that to be just inspiring and really neat just to see all the different things that our community provides for our community. And I think that's really special. So that's been really fun. I mean, learning about all these things myself, that as an active duty spouse, I was like, oh, well, that's really good to know. Like, stick that in my back pocket for when we need that service or, something. And then, really getting to know people from other services. That's been really fun. I mean, your husband is an Army vet, which, we all sort of speak the same DoD language, but not really. And so it's been really fun to get to talk to people with different military backgrounds than the one that I have come up in as a military spouse. And I think we've done a good job, at least on the ones we've recorded thus far, of really walking a good line between information and relationship and, kind of taking a look at some things that are challenging about military life. And I think you and I have had some really good conversations thus far with folks. I'm really excited about season 4 coming out. We did, like Jen said, we have a lot of my friends on who are active duty or veterans themselves or other veteran service organizations. And I'm really happy with the content we're putting out because I think we run such a broad spectrum of things and really have had some conversations about kind of tough subjects that were handled with a lot of grace.
Yeah, definitely. I know which one you're talking about in particular. I will not spoil it. You just all have to wait for that episode to come out. But yeah, on my end, it's definitely been, I just feel like with every episode or every interview, the conversations just get deeper and just enlightening and fulfilling. And I mean, there's just so much that I get just out of being able to interview people. Really my hope, and I even feel this with every interview that we have, is my hope is that whoever is listening to the show, that you have so much ammo from the show that you feel like the only person that's holding you back is yourself, right? The only person to keep you away from certain resources or help or what have you is yourself. And I hope that the show shows you that you can seek out help. You can use these resources. These are people you can contact today. Their contact information is in every show notes and they want to be contacted. They want to help you. A lot of them even say hey, even if you don't want to be a client and you just want to connect, reach out to me. And that's what I love the most about people we've brought on the show so far is just their willingness to be in community with everyone in our community. I'm going to say community a lot. And yeah, just that common theme of community is very much what I appreciate with everyone that's been on. So I'm just really excited for, people to experience the upcoming interviews that we have coming ahead. So with that said, so a couple updates that I want to share with all of you is that Jenny Lynne's bio is on our website now. So if you all want to learn about her, just visit our website, holdingdownthefortspodcast.com. And you can scroll to the bottom after the about section and you'll see my bio there. I mean, my bio has always been there, but you'll see Jenny Lynne's bio. And you'll also get to see, how you can reach out to her on social media and see all the incredible work she's doing. So Jenny Lynne, how does it feel to officially be on the website now?
I mean, it feels official. I have to say it was really exciting to like refresh the page and see everything come up. And I was like, oh, wow, we're really doing this. Like, it's really neat. Really, really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I love it. Yeah. So you all can check that out, as well as obviously all the past episodes and upcoming episodes that are going to be on our show. Again, our website is holdingdownthefortpodcast.com. It's long, but I don't think it's hard to spell. I feel like those are all easy words to spell, holdingdownthefortpodcast.com. All right. So with that said, I also just want to share with all of you that this show is brought to you by my husband and I at our company, US Vet Wealth. And I want to share just a little bit about our company in case you don't know about us already. And we continue to improve our messaging as we start to learn more about our community and see what most benefits them. So this is my elevator pitch for now. It might improve, but this is just for you all to know. So at US Vet Wealth, we provide alternative financial education and flexible financial solutions for transitioning career military families. You can get an idea of what I mean by checking out Scott's book, my husband, Veteran Wealth Secrets. I actually have a copy right here, and there's like one like right there in my cute little corner. But you could actually download the first 3 chapters for free at the website, veteranwealthsecrets.com. And I really like it for myself, not because I'm biased, but maybe because I am biased. You guys can be the judge of that. But when I read the book myself, even though it's geared toward veterans, I really feel like it offers universal lessons and wisdom that really resonates with spouses and actually even entrepreneurs, especially for post-military life. And so that's something that I'll probably bring on quite often throughout our show, just so you know who are the brains behind the show and the reason why the show exists. That's a little bit about us. And you can actually learn more about my husband. He does have a YouTube channel where you can learn more about him. He runs a show called Veteran Wealth Secrets, name of the book. And so if you want to, meet my other half or meet my other person, as I'm going to say, I don't want to say other half because I feel like that's sounds like codependent. But anyway, if you want to meet my other person, you can check out, Jenny Lynne's just like eating this up right now. You can go ahead.
Mental health.
Yeah, I know. We're all about it. I love it because I just came out of a counseling session, so it's like top of mind. But yeah, you can just learn more about him on YouTube and also LinkedIn and everything. But Veteran Wealth Secrets is the first place to get started, veteranwealthsecrets.com. Lastly, I want to share with our listeners that we do have a newsletter. And even though we've been a little quiet about it off season, we will be putting that out there quite often. And in that newsletter, you'll get updates on our latest news and also a curation of content from our guests that have been on the show in the past. And so feel free to sign up for that if you want to stay contacted with us and see what more our guests from the past have to offer. And you can check that out by subscribing or checking out the show notes of this episode or visiting our website, holdingdownthefortpodcast.com. Okay, that's it. I wanted to keep this really simple today, Jenny Lynne, just to say, hey, welcome aboard again. Happy to have you again for season 4. And let's just let our listeners know kind of what else we're up to in case they want to get to know us a little bit more. I thought I'd let our listeners know, first and foremost, that I'm currently a contestant on America's Next Top Podcaster. And so you can check that out on americasnexttoppodcaster.com. See, they have a long title too. Or you could follow me on Twitter at the Jen Amos to, see my journey and how that unfolds. But it's been fun so far. I can't reveal anything, but I just have to say it's been a ton of fun. So that's something fun about me. Jenny Lynne, anything you want to share? I know that we talked a little bit offline about MilSpouse Fest. So if you want to let our listeners know about that.
Yeah. So in my professional work capacity, I will be contributing to the MilSpouse Fest conference monthly in my work capacity, but just a plug for them. It is a great conference for military spouses. I was fortunate to attend an in-person event 2 years ago, and now they have switched to a virtual platform, which I found still provided really great resources and content. And so since we have a large active duty spouse listenership, I thought I would throw it out there that every third Thursday of the month, there's a MilSpouse Fest conference live, and I'll be participating as my work self.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you want to see Jenny Lynne wear her professional hat, not her podcast hat, then you could check out MilSpouse Fest. And I'm sure, Jenny Lynne, you could send me that information so we can provide that in the show notes. Awesome. Well, that's it. Welcome, everyone, to season 4 of Holding Down the Fort. It's so great to connect with all of you and continue the show for the new year. Remember, because both of us are big mental health advocates, mental health is important. Make sure you prioritize that. And if you need resources, you could find a couple of interviews on our show where we talk about mental health. Actually, part of how I met Jenny Lynne was because of the clinic that she works for and represents, which you can look up on our show at holdingdownthefortpodcast.com and listen in on those interviews and all that good stuff. So All right, Jenny Lynne, anything else from you?
That'll do it. Mental health. Yay.
On that note, awesome. I love it. All right. And again, we hope that today's first episode of season 4 gave you one more piece of knowledge, resource, or relevant story so you can continue to make confident and informed decisions for you and your family. We look forward to speaking with you in the next episode. Until then, tune in next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.